Sorry for some technical difficulties there, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon and happy Easter to the folks at home. We welcome you to an afternoon showdown between the London Lightning and the Island Storm here on Knoxstrom TV. My name's Chris Croucher. I'm joined by my partner for the game, Tom Croucher. We have a very interesting one coming in here. Tom, with the season winding down, what are the coaches telling their players to be ready for today?
Well, for London, this is about preparing for going for banner number 4. This is about making sure you're prepared for that first round series. You're trying out little new combinations. For the Island Storm, this is about preparing to hopefully avoid the Halifax Hurricane, who have been a perennial force out east.
Yes, right now a lot of scoreboard watching coming up shortly as the St. John Riptide and Island Storm battle it out for third place in the Atlantic. There's a good start right there. That's going to be Devon Maxwell hitting the three-pointer early to give the Lightning Storm an early advantage. Here's Garrett Williamson. Bolden takes the quick three, unable to convert. Doug Herring Jr. collects the rebound. Royce White down low. Passes all the way across to Kyle Johnson for three and good. Kyle Johnson gets the Lightning on the board. The fans can take their seats.
Beautiful vision by Royce out of the post there.
That's going to be a swat right there by Mo Bolden. And that's going to be out of bounds. So just like that, London 2 big plays early in this game to counter the Island Storm 3 on the first possession. This is Carl Hall working on Royce White. We've seen these two in Niagara versus London games. Now with the Island Storm, Hall unable to make the shot. Doug Herring Jr. back down the floor. Bolden. Quick shot again, drains it. Mo Bolden getting the Lightning a couple more points here. A nice little jump shot from Mo Bolden. We don't usually see that mid-range game from him.
No, and I like the confidence Mo is coming out with today.
Carl Hall backing down Royce White. He might want to watch a three in the key, but they're going to go travel instead. And that's going to be a London ball. Just a little too much footwork there from Carl Hall.
Great to see Royce engaged on the defensive end there. 2 really good possessions in the post for him.
Royce White can be a dominant player in NBL Canada. Of course, he won MVP last season, was integral to the Lightning Championship last year. Spins and dunks Royce White.
Royce White, I mean...
he knew we were talking about him. He knew we were talking about him.
Putting his name on the game early.
Maxwell thinks twice about the shot. Osei not able to get it. Back down the floor, the London Lightning. Williamson cuts around the corner, clear path, but swatted away by Maxwell. Bolden kicks it around to Doug Herring Jr. Dribbles. Williamson, mid-range, doesn't have it there. Island Storm back the other way. This is Chris Johnson. Fakes Mo Bolden, loses it. Garrett Williamson able to strip the ball, but the Island Storm are going to get that back. You know, coming into this game, we had a feeling there were going to be a lot of turnovers for both sides here, Tom. What did you see that made you think that?
Well, you know, we're looking at a team in the Island Storm that are great, one of the top teams in the league at producing turnovers, making plays on defense, active, and against, however, they also turn the ball over. So it's going to be a really interesting matchup, and I think for London it's a great chance going to the playoffs. Avoiding turnovers is going to be key, and they're going to get a good test tonight.
Maxwell working around Bolden, able to finish, a sweet finish there from Devon Maxwell. Doug Herring Jr., the floor general for this Lightning team. Down low, Royce White backing in. Double team comes. Carl Hall, great help defense there, and the Storm back the other way. Johnson with a weird pass right there, able to get it into the hands of Trinity Burdine there, but unable to handle it.
I've watched a lot of basketball. I've never seen somebody attempt a crazy spin over the hand. I don't even know how to describe that. That was a unique pass. If it had worked, it would have been amazing.
Herring Jr. unable to get the shot to go. Island Storm converting. A lot of misses right now for both teams. Island Storm back down the floor. Maxwell kicks it out to Osei. Maxwell gets it back, staring down Royce White. Back to Osei. He got himself open, takes the jumper, and it's good.
Beautiful little pump fake there.
Great job to ditch the defender by Osei, too.
Absolutely.
Williamson. Down low to White, who's able to finish. Not quite. Gets the rebound, though. The nice little tip in. Royce White here to play today. Again, the Lightning secured first spot in the Central. They are playing for playoffs. They're just doing adjustments here. Carl Hall inside, able to finish over Royce White.
Somebody didn't tell Royce White, though.
Royce White is coming out here with almost a vengeance game, but we're not sure what he's getting revenge for as Mo Bolden gets another shot there.
A little bit of that 7 seconds or less given Steve Nash recently the great news. 7 seconds or less offense there for the Lightning.
Steve Nash, the great Canadian point guard, being sent to the NBA Hall of Fame, the Pro Basketball Hall of Fame, as Doug Herring gets the slam.
Beautiful transition offense, and you can tell Island Storm just want to kind of settle this down again.
You know, I think they want to settle it down. It has been a little bit of a slow start for the Island Storm, which, considering what's at stake in this game, you know they want to talk a bit about. We'll be right back after the timeout. 15-9 for the London Lightning over the Island Storm. You're watching on Knockstrom TV. Welcome back as a torrid start to the first quarter here on Easter Sunday. Lightning find themselves up 15-9, 7:35 left in the game. Island Storm looking to come back here. Devon Maxwell. Over to Osei. A lot of these guys have to play a lot of minutes on the Island Storm here. Osei able to get the shot. Another tough jumper, and Osei able to convert. London back the other way. This is Mo Bolden. Doug Herring Jr. harassed by Osei. Kyle Johnson takes the jumper, can't get it to go. Maxwell almost loses the rebound,
nice
but able
save.
to keep it. This is Osei, back the other way. Maxwell. Back to Osei, working on Royce White. Thinks better of it. Johnson, not sure where he's going with that one. Just playing loses the ball as London's going to take over possession. That's where that turnover number comes into play.
Yeah, you could see it slip out of his hand. He was trying to look cross court there, but
It's a tough
was
pass
making
to
the
make.
play before he actually made
Yeah.
it.
It's the third turnover for the Island Storm already in this one. Mo Bolden working on Carl Hall. Blows right by him.
Whoa.
Almost puts him on a poster, but not quite. Royce White. Give and go with
beautiful.
Kyle Johnson. Can't get it over Hall.
Great help defense by Hall.
Back the other way. This is States into the game. Osei. Maxwell. Hall. Great ball movement from the Island Storm. Hall kicks it back out to Osei. Trying to ditch Garrett Williamson. Can't.
Tough
Almost
pass.
loses it. Hall ends up with it. Goes to the rim and in. Carl Hall.
Oh, real risky on that cross-court pass, but really great improvisation at the end.
Herring Jr. back the other way. Lobs it to Royce White. Help comes. Able to convert anyways. Royce White.
Royce White in the post is just too strong for almost any player in the NBL.
Probably the biggest mismatch in NBL Canada is Royce White. And he's having himself a game so far. Another turnover there. Pardon me. The Island Storm are going to keep the ball. Very lucky to do so.
London playing very active on defense.
Lots of movement going on.
Lots of movement, help defense.
And I think they came into this game knowing that some of those gambles defensively that they like to take would be rewarded with a team that's having a little bit of ball security issues with the Island Storm.
And I think they've taken notes from the Cape Breton game, rough loss recently. I think they've taken some notes from that, how they can play defensively but also keep the ball themselves.
Cape Breton, a very similar team, at least in terms of their numbers, both offensively and defensively. London struggled with the opportunistic defense of Cape Breton. Looks like they've made some adjustments here. That's going to be an easy foul call there on Ryan Anderson. Devon Maxwell, that's a mismatch. Maxwell giving him troubles.
Yeah, definite height mismatch there.
Anderson, normally a shooting guard, but he has played all over the lineup for the London Lightning, able to do so, but Maxwell able to go right over him that time.
Yeah, Maxwell just has the ability to just reach right over.
White takes the ball. He's going to lose the handle. They're going to say an Island Storm hand knocked it out there. London keeps the ball. Capers catching him napping, able to convert. Marcus Capers.
That is a play that gives, maybe not in this case, but gives a lot of coaches gray hairs.
Back the other way. That's going to be a quick shot there. Another three-pointer for the Storm. They're back into this one. Only down one now. Ashton Smith. Lightning working around to Mo Bolden. He's looking for someone to help him there. Capers. Ditches Brad States. Swatted. Oh. That's going to be a foul call there on Devon Maxwell. You can hear Coach Tim Kendrick yelling great block from up here.
The rim protection really from the Island Storm. We're talking about modern basketball nowadays, the importance of a rim protector, mobile rim protectors. And the Island Storm definitely have that, one of the top teams in getting blocks.
And the guy leading the way there, Devon Maxwell, not only is he that rim protector, we talk modern basketball, a guy who can also stretch the floor a little bit too.
Carl Hall also earlier with a great block. So they've got guys who can definitely play that role. Again, the 2018 basketball.
Carl Hall coming over in a trade at the transaction deadline from the Niagara River Lions, fitting in well here at the Island. This is Chris Johnson coming back the other way. States. Maxwell takes a three. Can't get that to go. A little optimistic, but he recovers. States to the rim now. And one. Brad States.
Not exactly a prolific offense, but very good on improvisation, I find. Really liking the aggressiveness that they're attacking the rim. Not settling necessarily for jumpers, which as a coach you got to like.
States there before the rebound, I thought, did a good job recognizing a bit of his own defense there from the Lightning. Cut and then kicked it out to Maxwell, and that's what really kind of caused the scrambling a bit on defense that led to States getting his own rebound and the bucket. This is Capers. Corner of the key. Can't get that to go. That's a foul on States, though. (21-20) for the Island Storm. The timeout seemed to work its magic for the Storm. Again, playing for that number 3 seed in the Atlantic. It's the difference between facing a very scary best record in the NBL right now, Halifax Hurricanes team, or the also very scary, but not quite at the same level, Moncton Magic.
Yeah, let me put a little bit of respect on the name of the Moncton Magic. As much as you really don't want to see Halifax, it's not as if Moncton is...
There's no real win.
No win. There is no win. I think this will be, again, though, this will be a great matchup from the London perspective on just you want to work on some things, tinker some stuff.
Mashak Lufil into the game for the Island Storm. This is Maxwell. Kicks it out to Johnson. Johnson towards the rim. Can't get it. States with the rebound. He's having a nice little game here. Another bucket from States. Anderson, the quick three. Gets it. Ryan Anderson.
Are you telling me Ryan Anderson made a catch-and-shoot three, Chris?
Again, one of the best catch-and-shoot guys. Able to convert there. Maxwell back the other way. He's hacked on the way to the rim. Julian Boyd committing the foul. And that's going to send Maxwell to the line for 2.
And that's where We talked about there being a mismatch defensively for Anderson, but that's where you can take advantage on the other end. You have some advantages against Maxwell. You're able to space the floor even more so than he is. Probably a quickness advantage as well. So it's not only about seeing it as a, we have to make up for this. It's about taking it to them on the other end and showcasing your strengths.
25-20 for the Lightning. Maxwell able to get that one to go. 25 all. 3:47 left here in the first quarter. This is Ashton Smith taking it down the floor. Looking for Anderson. Anderson catch and shoot. Good, Ryan Anderson.
Ryan, you had the double pin down on the right side there. That was clearly well designed for Anderson. He must have said something, "I'm feeling it, coach."
That's one of those ones as a defender you kind of dread it because you see him coming around and you know there's too many bodies in the way. He's going to get the shot.
You definitely can't go under that screen.
Anderson able to get the steal there, takes it back down the floor, holds up, takes a three. Good, Ryan Anderson.
Where's the London Fire Department?
This man is on fire.
Where is the London Fire Department?
Maxwell quickly back the other way, can't get it to go. London. There's going to be a foul called there in the scramble following that run down the floor. The Island Storm trying to quickly respond to that Anderson three. It's going to be a foul on Rashawn Wynn.
I'm waiting for a heat check from Ryan Anderson.
Who else is getting the ball right now? Ryan Anderson should be getting every shot. And here it is again.
Now switching.
States covers it well, though. Takes it anyway. Good, Ryan Anderson.
You know you're on fire when the entire team knows you're getting the ball and you still can bury the three.
That might be the quickest 12 points I think I've seen here in NBL. Back the other way. Island Storm can't convert. Gee, I wonder who might get the ball here. Ashton Smith down the floor to Anderson. Thinks about it, loses it. States back the other way. States goes to the rim and in. The Island Storm with a nice little answer there. A little late, though. London now up 34-27 thanks to some quick shooting from Ryan Anderson. And he's got the ball here.
Look at the defense shade to Anderson.
Again, all the help in the world. Can't get it to go, though. Anderson almost just taking the lid off the building here. Chris Johnson cutting to the rim. Able to convert. A nice response here from the Island Storm. 2 quick buckets. London, now they're on their heels a bit. Anderson.
Well, that's how you respond to a barrage like that. You show aggressiveness back.
Some assertiveness from the Island Storm paying dividends. Williams Jr. works inside, able to convert. Kirk Williams Jr.
Beautiful play.
This is Devon Maxwell taking it down the floor for his team. Goes right at Kirk Williams Jr., able to convert over him. Bit of a height mismatch there, and Maxwell able to take advantage. Now this is Capers back the other way. Capers working around screens. Back to Anderson. He's open again. And he's good. Ryan Anderson. His fifth three-pointer in this first quarter alone.
And the London bench gets up a lot, but specifically when Ryan Anderson is on fire.
Boyd gets a hand on that shot. Capers back the other way now. Anderson, why not? Almost. Rebounded by Capers. Kicked outside. Anderson's wide open this time. Don't know how you lose him, but he's going to miss the shot. Island Storm back the other way. Maxwell. He's going to get fouled on his way to the rim. That's going to be the 4th team foul on the London Lightning. Multiple substitutions into the game right now for the Island Storm. Trinity Burdine into the game. Carl Hall back in as well. Heading to the bench, Chris Johnson.
The pace, electric.
It's been an exciting first quarter here in London. Again, a rescheduled game. The original had to be postponed, but this has been worth the wait. Hall inside, can't get it to go. Capers. Kirk Williams Jr. holds up. Here's Anderson again. Fakes, shoots. Nope, he knew that was off right away. Goes at the rim and
beautiful.
In. Ryan Anderson, the 17-point quarter right now. Island Storm just trying to weather this Lightning. Quick shot from Maxwell. Able to convert. Ooh. Big answer for Maxwell. 22 seconds left. The shot clock is off. Capers back the other way quickly. Up to the rim. No good. Maxwell with the rebound. Harassed by London's defense. Smartly throws the ball off of Capers to maintain Island Storm possession with 13.4 seconds left in the quarter. 41-34 game. Island Storm looking to set up what likely will be the last shot of the quarter.
Seeing a few hands on knees right now.
Lots of running in this one. Lots of running in this game. Island Storm. Osei gets some space. Can't convert. Rebound recovered by London. Anderson, a quick one. Not gonna go.
Would you have been surprised?
I was holding my breath a bit there. So after one quarter at a very fast-paced, high-scoring game, 41-34 for the London Lightning over the Island Storm. You're watching Nostrum TV. We'll be back with the second quarter. Welcome back to the second quarter of what's been a very exciting game between the London Lightning and the Island Storm. Tom Croucher joined by myself, Chris Croucher. And going into this game, we talked about turnovers being a big thing in this game. It might be what swings the game in one team's favor. Tom, after one quarter, what's it look like so far?
It literally is the difference in the game right now. 7 points. The London Lightning have scored 7 points off of the turnovers by the Island Storm. Again, we said it might be a factor. It's showing itself to be early on. And if I'm in that timeout and I'm the coach for the Island Storm, Tim Kendrick, that's what I'm highlighting right now. Because given the onslaught of Ryan Anderson, that's literally the only difference.
So given that hot start from Ryan Anderson, the Island Storm still very much in this game. They just have to make sure they take care of the ball. Brad States backing down Williams Jr. Able to convert at the rim. Brad States doing some great stuff down low for the Island Storm. Gets himself the and one opportunity. You know, we mentioned Ryan Anderson's hot quarter with 17 points, but another guy worthy of note, Devon Maxwell, 14 points, 5 rebounds in that first quarter to really help the Island Storm maintain pace with the Lightning for a bit there.
Yeah,
41-37.
Yeah, I was just going to say Maxwell's been really impressive one-on-one taking players off the dribble.
Anderson unable to convert, seems to have cooled down a bit at the break. Chris Johnson back the other way. States left some space, and Brad States able to convert. That's 12 points so far in the game on a perfect shooting night for Brad States. Anderson straight to the rim.
Beautiful.
Gives it to Williamson, able to finish. A very difficult play there. Able to convert. Williamson a little slow getting up. Chris Johnson back the other way. Can't finish. Carl Hall gets the rebound and converts, and just like that, the Island Storm have mostly eliminated the lead that they looked at And they came into this quarter facing Williamson. Working towards the rim. Fouled and one. Garrett Williamson.
If a catch and shoot Ryan Anderson 3 wasn't the most reliable play on the London Lightning, it would be Garrett Williamson creating contact, going to the rim, going for 3 the old-fashioned way.
One of the things you like to say, Tom, is he hunts the chest when he's driving to the rim.
A skill, if we got some younger listeners out there watching the game, you really should learn to develop, is the ability to go into the defender. This is a contact sport. You're allowed to make contact, and Garrett Williamson, just a perfect example of how you can use that to your benefit.
Recently became the first Canadian to score 2,000 points in NBL Canada history. Here's Brad States. Unable to convert, Doug Herring Jr. recovers back the other way for the Lightning. Williamson, wide open lane to the rim and in, Garrett Williamson.
Garrett Williamson, let's bring this back to some more old school basketball scoring.
And Williamson, really one of those guys, whenever he detects the game getting a little out of control, he tends to be the guy to just say, okay, let's get a couple buckets and get this thing back on track.
Mr. Reliable.
Lightning can't get the rebound. Chris Johnson recovers. States inside, scrambling defense. Osei, can you see the 3 from Kemi Osei? Lightning back the other way. Herring Jr. inside to Williamson. Can't finish, but able to get himself to the line.
Chris, that's a great point, too. Garrett Williamson, this has been a little frantic, I think would be a fair assessment early on. Garrett Williamson sensing the game, especially when Ryan Anderson's, sauna arm, we'll go with, had cooled down a bit, really finding a way to get points on the board and keep the offense going for the Lightning.
Anderson and Boyd going to take a break, as well as Brad States. Devon Maxwell back into the game for the Island Storm. 47-44 as Williamson converts on the first. Again, Williamson, one of the best at getting himself to the free throw line. I'd be interested to see what percentage of that 2,000 points he scored actually came from the charity stripe. Here are the Island Storm. Down low to Carl Hall, backing down Mo Bolden. Wide open Osei. Can't convert the shot, though. Royce White recovers. London back the other way. Royce White just charges the rim. And able to finish, touch just about everything but in, but eventually falls.
I don't think there's a scarier sight in the NBL than Royce White in open space driving to the lane.
Again, he has so much power. It's like either way, you're getting bowled over or you're giving up points. There's no choice. Island Storm, couple misses, but Carl Hall recovers. 2 points for the Storm. Again, the Storm hanging around. A very important game for them. Garrett Williamson now with the ball.
Love the activity on the boards.
Again, Carl Hall down low, being a real impact player so far in this game. Royce White staring down Maxwell. Kicks it out. Herring Jr. Corner of the key. Gets it. Doug Herring Jr.
One thing I'm starting to notice, too, is the different players London's throwing at Maxwell. We had Ryan Anderson early. We've got Bolden. I've seen White on him. Interesting move by Coach Vassell to see how you can kind of counter the problems Maxwell has been on offense for the Lightning.
And you know, Maxwell's the type of guy that whenever you face that long, athletic guy on Niagara, say a Sam Muldrow type, you got to have a matchup ready. Yes, there's the slam from Mo Bolden. That's going to be a timeout from Tim Kendrick there.
And honestly, that play and the parting of the seas, so to speak, was because of the presence of Royce White forcing a double.
I think Tim Kendrick tried to call a timeout, and I think it might have just got missed as the Island Storm are coming back the other way here. Maxwell drives at White. Maxwell again throwing it off of a London player, maintains possession for the Island Storm.
Savvy play.
It's the second time we've seen him do it in this game. Osei collects. Maxwell, 3, can't get it to go. London back the other way. Garrett Williamson kicks it around. Kyle Johnson, the 3, no good. Williamson, the tip, and not quite. Williamson again swatted by Hall a third time.
Wanted it more.
Converts. The hustle there from Garrett Williamson.
Wanted it more.
Quickly back the other way. Long pass, able to finish. Trendy Berdine.
Again, after all that great hustle down low to get caught back.
Got to show the hustle on both ends there. Doug Herring Jr. now. Williamson again, down low to Bolden. This is a mismatch here. Bolden backing down Berdine. Good help defense.
Great
creates
help
the steal.
defense.
Carl Hall.
Loving
able
Carl
to cause that
Hall's
turnover
game.
there.
Loving his game on defense.
Doing everything they acquired him for. Berdine misses the shot. Mo Bolden now recovering. Another turnover. Followed by another turnover.
Scramble.
The London Lightning end up with the ball. Kyle Johnson, the three. It's good. Kyle Johnson.
That's where, as a coach, especially London going into the playoffs, calm it down. Calm it down.
Osei. Working on Garrett Williamson. Quick shot. Maybe should have waited for the screen to come as the Lightning get the ball back. Royce White now. Staring down Carl Hall. Bulls right over him. That's going to be a charging call. Great play again. Carl Hall creating a turnover and getting the Island Storm the ball back.
Great play by Carl Hall. I do not envy that decision to have to take a charge against Royce White, but he did it perfectly. And the ball going the other way. Again, we talked about London facing a team in Cape Breton that was very similar in forcing turnovers and having to learn how to manage the ball. Again, a great test here tonight, and definitely gives the coach some things to work on.
We're going to have a jump ball possession arrow in London's favor, so London getting the ball back here.
Because the Island Storm also give the ball.
The turnovers giveth, the turnovers taketh, as the Lightning deep to Mo Bolden, and
Beautiful.
Good Mo Bolden. Doug Herring Jr. caught the Island Storm napping with that pass. This is Johnson. Looking for the screen to come. Mashak Lufiel sets it. Johnson keeps it, turns it over. Herring Jr. back the other way. London's got numbers. Kyle Johnson to the rim. Can't get it to go.
Great defense on the back end.
Another turnover for the Storm. Johnny on the spot with the slam.
He wasn't laying that one in.
No. And that's going to be a media timeout right there. Pardon me, the Storm are going to call that timeout. With 5:44 left in the second quarter here, the London Lightning lead the Island Storm 64-48. We'll be right back after the timeout for the rest of the second quarter here on Knoxstrom TV. Welcome back to the second part of the second quarter here. London Lightning up 64-48. You're watching Knoxstrom TV. My name's Chris Croucher. I'm joined in the booth by Tom Croucher. And Tom, coming into this back part of the second quarter here, what do the Island Storm and the London Lightning need to work on?
For the Island Storm, you're looking at keeping this into single digits going into half, cleaning up the turnovers, and surprisingly, London also, let's clean up the turnovers. Work on that playoff discipline that you're going to need.
A big answer three to start this start after the break, I should say there. That was Trinity Berdine with the shot. Doug Herring Jr. down low to Bolden, wide open. Nice pass to Royce White for the
Beautiful
slam.
pass. That was a Royce White pass,
From
or
Mo
like
Bolden.
pass from Mo Bolden. Beautiful awareness going up in the air, drawing the 2 defenders and making the nice dish.
Again, Mo Bolden, one of those guys, he's got the length of a guy who can play the 5 and the skills of a guy who can play the 1. Herring Jr.
And
tries to defend there, but Mashak Lufiel ending up with the bucket.
And let's be honest, that type of play was not coming from Mo Bolden when he made his first few stops here in London. And the development that he's had has been really remarkable.
Again, one of the impressive success stories here is Williamson to the rim. Mo Bolden saw limited minutes back when Michael Ray Richardson was the coach of the London Lightning. As we see Devon Maxwell getting the bucket there, but Bolden, through work both in Windsor and here in London, has become really a heck of a player and an important piece to this London Lightning team. This is Chris Johnson, takes a shot at the top of the key, able to convert, goes to court 2.
Wanted the call.
Herring Jr. back the other way. Some communication here from the Lightning as Mo Bolden gets the ball, spins on Osei and slams it. Bolden!
Mo Bolden from the first minute of this game has shown an aggressiveness that if you're Coach Vassell, you got to love and you're going to try to nurture throughout the rest of the playoffs.
Again, the London Lightning, nothing really to play for, but they aren't acting like it as they get the rebound there. Doug Herring Jr. back the other way for the Lightning.
But in a way, though, Chris, they are playing for something to make sure they're on top of their game going into the playoffs.
This is the ultimate. This is exactly what you want out of what's essentially a tune-up game, but they're playing like it's the final right now.
Absolutely.
It's the Island Storm back the other way. Osei with the ball. Thinks 3, takes 3. Front of the rim and out. Kyle Johnson back the other way. Quick pass to Williamson, who goes to rim and in and 1. Garrett Williamson. The Lightning are not letting up.
Again, though, if you're the Island Storm, you're looking at this. We got 3:16 to go.
Just bring it to single digits.
Bring it to single digits. They're not out of this. Not out of this by a long shot. They definitely, the depth difference, though, I think is starting to come into play. London just can throw so many talented players at you that it'll be interesting to see. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if the Island Storm
about 6 guys on the Island Storm see the bulk of minutes for this Storm team. As we have a little bit of a break, some substitutions, taking a bit of time. Anderson back in the game for Kyle Johnson. Royce White and Garrett Williamson also heading to the bench. Brad States inbounds the ball to Maxwell,
who is now a point guard, so we've probably seen him at every position so far this game.
Seen the full skill set. Chris Johnson, quick 3, can't get that to go. Ryan Anderson back the other way. I think he thought the defender might be a little bit overcommitted there, but instead they hung back and forced a tough shot. Julian Boyd backing down Maxwell. Boyd,
great defense.
Unable to get the ball, but the Island Storm can't recover in time, so London keeps possession. 71-57, 2:51 here to go. Island Storm trying to rein the Lightning back a bit here.
You got to like the defensive help awareness that the Island Storm have been showing. Quick doubles off the dribble, doubles off the catch. They've been really aggressive in playing good team defense.
Boyd takes the 3, can't get it to go. Osei with the rebound. Maxwell works around Anderson, kicks it out to States. Another 3, can't get that to go. Lots of 3s here from the Island Storm. Capers down the floor, gets the ball, loses the ball. Dribbles it out. Capers working on Osei. Osei working on him, though, gets the steal. And I believe they just threw a technical there at Capers.
I didn't get a great look at that, Chris.
I didn't see the play perfectly there. It looked like Capers was just going for the steal. I'm not sure what earned him the tech, or even if it was on Capers. Again, Capers and Osei fighting for the ball.
Looks like cooler heads down there.
Osei actually picked up the unsporting foul there. So Capers going to the line here. makes the first. Misses on the second. Because it's an unsporting foul, London gets to keep the ball.
We got a little break here. As much as I've really liked what the Island Storm have done in the half-court defense, transition. It's been key for London. We'll see if it continues on for this next 2 minutes and how coach responds in the halftime.
Ashton Smith working it around. Anderson, heavily contested three. Can't get that to go. I think he wanted the call. Osei back the other way. Stolen by Anderson. They're going to call a foul on the play, foul on the floor. So with London only committing 14 fouls in this quarter, it's going to be an inbound there. Neither team over the limit yet. 72-57, 2 minutes exactly left on the clock. Chris Johnson to inbound. Maxwell working on Capers, gets by Capers. States open for three, and he just whiffs on that one.
Somebody opened a door.
Yeah,
in the gym.
Someone opened a door and the breeze came through. Ashton Smith now back the other way for the Lightning. Kirk Williams Jr. to Boyd. Mid-range jumper, no good. Island Storm collect the rebound. Maxwell quickly up the floor. Johnson open. That's going to be a call, I believe, I would think.
I'm not sure, Chris. I believe
they're just going to call that out of bounds. Anderson able to quickly pick it off. Capers wide open court for the slam. Marcus Capers. So a little bit of bad luck there for the Island Storm. Don't get the foul, but they do take this three, and that's not going to go. Back the other way, the London Lightning. Williams Jr. to the rim and in. Minute left in this quarter, and London continues to pull ahead. 76-57, 55 left. Chris Johnson quickly to the rim. Not going to go. London with another opportunity. Stolen away by Maxwell. That's going to go straight out of bounds.
That was another scary instance for the Island Storm. They were caught with less men back. Transition defense. The Lightning are great in transition. That's part of the problem. But
a lot of early shot clock shots from the Island Storm.
And that's really been sparking it.
Chris Johnson back the other way. Another quick shot. He gets this one, though, as Julian Boyd to inbound for the Lightning. Ashton Smith takes it down the court. 36 seconds to go here in the second quarter. Smith can't finish. That's going to go out of bounds off of Osei, though. So London with another chance here. 15 on the shot clock, 28 on the game clock. Boyd loses the ball. Osei back the other way. He's got help with them. Swatted by Capers, but recovered nicely there by Johnson. Anderson now. Shot clock off, 5 left, deep three, and no good. And that'll do it for this half here as the London Lightning lead the Island Storm 76-61. My name's Chris Croucher. I'm joined by Tom Croucher, and you're watching Nostrum TV. We'll be back with the second half. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the second half of this game between the London Lightning and the Island Storm on Knockstrom TV. London leading the way 76-61 after 2 quarters. My name's Chris Croucher. I'm joined in the booth by Tom Croucher. Tom, what do you think made the difference in that first half?
We brought up the idea of points off turnovers, continued throughout it all the way to halftime. I also am looking at the fast break points. London, a big edge there. Talked about transition defense and that the Island Storm are going to need to really work on that. Also, London's really darn good in transition.
Another one we were talking about, the depth for the Island Storm, 29-14 bench points, and 12 of those bench points for the Island Storm coming from Brad States. So not a lot of contributions off the bench for the Storm. London Lightning seem to be getting scoring everywhere. They already have 5 players in double digits, with Marcus Capers only 2 away.
And that's
and
been
here
London,
we go.
That's been London's MO. The entire, just throwing bodies, talented scorers at any time on the floor.
Island Storm starting with the ball. Carl Hall facing down Mo Bolden, powers his way to the rim. And that's going to draw the foul and send Carl Hall to the line.
That was a man's move. Just aggressive. You talked about, we've mentioned hunting the chest. Either you get the contact and you get a little separation, or they have to foul you.
And Carl Hall, unable to get the first to go, but still doing a good job getting to the line. 8 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists in the game. Some of your leaders after that first half, Ryan Anderson, 17 points in the first quarter, but we didn't hear much from him in the second. Garrett Williamson, 13 points, 5 rebounds. Mo Bolden, Kyle Johnson, Royce White all at 10 points. For the Island Storm, Devon Maxwell, 16 points, 5 rebounds, and Brad States, 12 points off the bench, as Kyle Johnson able to get the ball to go.
A little fortunate, but you're never going to turn a point or 2 points down.
It's not how, it's how many, and that's 2 for the London Lightning, 78-62. Quick shot there from Maxwell, gets it to go. A big shot right there. Quickly down the floor, Royce White backing down Maxwell. Maxwell gets his hand on the ball. They're going to call a foul there.
Actually, you could see that play coming. One of the advantages of our angle here is that you could see Royce White got beat on the 3, immediately beat Maxwell to the spot to get low post position, and then with Royce White's strength, he's either going to score or it's going to go to the line.
We're up here on the second deck, almost a similar angle as you guys are seeing at home. Is Royce White able to get the first to go? 79-65, 11-11 left in this third quarter here. Royce White missed the shot. Osei back down the floor. Island Storm. A little bit of a mishandle from Johnson. This is Burdine. Down low to Hall. We've seen this matchup a lot. Great pass from Hall to Osei. Able to finish. Island Storm, another bucket.
Beautiful cut.
Just like that, the Island Storm within spitting distance of the London Lightning. Mo Bolden recovers a turnover. Lob to him, not able to go. Island Storm back the other way. Quick pass. Johnson receives it. Able to finish, and just like that, the Island Storm now within 10 of the London Lightning. A quick start to this third quarter.
Chris, I'd throw into one of those stats that we saw at halftime that were skewed very in favor of the Lightning, assists. And a pass like that where Osei was able to finish, if the Island Storm can throw a bit more of that into their play, probably going to be a lot more efficient offensively.
Royce White, he's going to take a 3. A rare 3, but it's in. Royce White with the shot clock winding down, able to convert. Devon Maxwell back the other way. Passes it down low.
Defense.
Mo Bolden jumps the pass perfectly. Royce
boy.
White, open floor with the slam. Royce White.
Letting his teammates on the bench know that he can get up a little bit.
A heavy slam there from Royce White. Gives the Lightning a little bit of extra momentum. Island Storm looking for an answer. They were within 10. Now they're down 15. Carl Hall able to get the 2 to go. Quiet the crowd just a little bit.
Much better ball movement from the Island Storm in these initial few moments of the second half here.
We talk about the Island Storm not using a lot of guys. Maybe all they needed was a breather as they've come out of this half with a little bit more energy than we saw at the end of the second quarter. Herring Jr. taking his time. Bolden sets the screen. Herring Jr. gives it back to him.
Oh.
Bolden tries to make a pass, not going to go. They're going to say the Storm got a hand on it, and the Lightning are going to keep it. Refs are going to talk about this one, and they're going to agree London Lightning ball.
In a very surprising twist, Coach Kendrick not exactly on the same page with the referees on that play.
Kyle Johnson with the ball now. Takes the shot, heavily contested, but doesn't matter. Great D, better shot as Kyle Johnson able to finish.
Remember Kyle Johnson being able to put up a 50. That looked like one of those shots from that game there.
Nice little pass there, gets Burdine the 2. And going back to what you were saying there, Tom, Kyle Johnson last season, a 51-point game, one of the highest scoring in NBL history. Williamson able to finish at the rim.
And when you can bring those guys off the bench.
You've got a 50-point score off your bench. That's ridiculous. Devon Maxwell can't get the 3 to go. And they're going to decide Lightning ball. They're going to say out of bounds off of Johnson. That's Chris Johnson. Herring Jr. quickly back the other way. Island Storm taking their time getting back, and now it's a 3-on-2. Bolden. Good defense by the 2 defenders who were back there. That was a completely bad situation that they were able to recover from. This is going to be Osei. Speed mismatch here. Osei takes the shot, able to get it. Tough shot over Royce White. Fading to his right, but able to convert nonetheless. Johnson thinks twice. Williamson down low. Able to get the ball to go. Williamson, an efficient game for him. 7 of 12 shooting, 17 points as Osei looking for an answer. He made the last shot. Down low to Maxwell.
We've got another defender on Maxwell now. Maxwell
can't get that to go. Recovery by Burdine, and that's going to be a couple more points there for the Island Storm. 90-77. 7:30 left in this game. Herring Jr. down low to Bolden. Bolden makes an extra pass. Not able to get it to go, but Williamson's going to find himself at the line again.
You know, you're seeing from London, especially in transition, going from good pass for a great shot, giving up the good shot for a great shot consistently. That was the case of Bolden. That would have been a tough little go back up with.
He absolutely could have gone with that, but it would have been tough to turn into points. Instead, he makes that nice little pass to Williamson there.
Exactly.
And Williamson able to convert on the first free throw. He's 4 of 5 from the free throw line tonight, and with his last bucket and that free throw, now the leading scorer for the Lightning at 18, make that 19 points. Johnson back the other way. Can't get the shot to go, but very clearly fouled on the shot. He'll go to the line. Chris Johnson here at the free throw line, getting ready to take his shots. 92-77, 7:24 left in this third quarter. Again, Island Storm need this game to secure their spot and make sure. It'll all depend on how the St. John Riptide game goes for those of you scoreboard watching. But the Island Storm need to win this game if they want to move into that 3 seed and face the Moncton Magic, or if they lose, they'd be playing the Halifax Hurricanes. Johnson gets the second shot to go. London turns the ball over immediately, and that's going to be Island Storm ball. Nice chance to swing momentum back in their favor here.
Again, if you're Coach Vassal, you're looking at that. Let's put that on the film.
Let's do that now and not in the playoffs.
Let's put that on the film so that we can talk about it before the playoffs start.
Here's Osei. Another tough shot. That one's going to find nothing. Royce White back the other way. Quick pass to Herring. Herring Jr. kicks it out to Bolden. Mishandles, takes the shot anyway. Can't get it to go. I think that pass knocked him out of rhythm a bit there. Johnson back the other way. Another funky pass from Johnson as you get the slam from Carl Hall. Quickly back the other way, the Lightning. Royce White taking it down the floor. It goes right at Carl Hall. Tough shot. Can't get it to go. Kyle Johnson recovers. He can't get it to go. Osei finds the ball. Island Storm 4-on-2 now. Maxwell with the ball. Tough shot over Herring Jr. That's not going to go. Bolden recovers. Quickly back down the floor.
There we go.
Lift off. Royce White with the big slam.
I feel for our camera operator there. Very quick back and forth.
Our camera operator Matt there having to get the camera swinging back and forth. And that's going to be a foul on Royce White as Carl Hall was trying to cut to the rim. Kyle Johnson taking a break. Ryan Anderson into the game. Anderson,
Ryan,
17 points in the first quarter, none in the second.
Ryan unconscious in the first.
Ridiculous shooting in the first. Hit 5 straight three-pointers, pardon me, 5 threes, 4 straight in that first quarter. Carl Hall backing down Royce White. Kicks it out, great pass. Osei pumps, shoots. Can't get it to go. Hall with the rebound. Another tough rebound by Carl Hall. He's having himself a game, but he's on his own down low, and some of those balls are just not going to go for him. Herring Jr. Kick out to Ryan Anderson. Perfect read there by Burdine. Takes the shot anyway. That's not going to go. Osei with another rebound back the other way. Osei leading the Storm with 7 rebounds in the game, 5 assists as well, doing a little bit of everything. Hall almost loses the ball to Williamson. Backs down Royce White. Tough shot. White defends perfectly there. Herring Jr. back the other way. Anderson kicks it out to Bolden.
Oh.
He's going to have the line reach out and grab him there.
The runway was open, folks.
The runway was open, but the sideline there just reaches out and grabs the heel of Mo Bolden there. 94-81 here in the third quarter. We're going to have a media timeout. We'll be back. You're watching Lightning versus Storm on Knockstrom TV. And we're back here for the last little bit of this third quarter. 94-81 for the London Lightning over the Island Storm. Chris Croucher, Tom Croucher, we're up in the booth, and we've been watching what's been just a very fast-paced game. I mean, London might hit 100 points before the third quarter's even done. And the Island Storm, they've been trying to keep up, but London just a little too much so far in this game. Island Storm starting with the ball. This is Chris Johnson down the floor. Staring down Garrett Williamson. Rough shooting night for Johnson tonight, 6 of 16. Osei down low, loses the ball. Royce White harassed by Osei. That's going to be a foul, though. Island Storm are livid. Coach Kendrick just cannot believe that call.
Yeah, not a fan. Not a fan of that call.
Definitely a debatable one.
Whenever you see the coach with the hands on the head, you know he's probably not a fan of the call.
I always got to remind folks, refs have a better view down there than we have up here. Julian Boyd working on Brad States. Capers. Down low to White. White spins off Maxwell. Not going to count the shot. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. Really, tonight's game been a story we've seen a lot of times with the London Lightning. Williamson and Royce White leading the way for this team. Again, London has locked up first place in the Central. They will be facing the Niagara River Lions in the first round, the old team of both Kirk Williams Jr. and head coach Keith Vassell.
Very interesting matchup.
Very interesting matchup. And the Island Storm, this game, if they win, will help them in their attempt at becoming the 3 seed where they'd face the Moncton Magic. If they lose, they will be facing the Halifax Hurricanes. Tough shot there for Maxwell. He'll get that one to go. 96-83.
Maxwell a little quiet after second quarter, coming off of halftime as well. Good to see him get back on track.
Williamson drives to the bucket. Can't get that to go. States with the ball. Slams it, Brad States.
Whoa.
I think he was expecting more contact. Maybe that can give a little bit of a spark to this Storm team. Again, the Storm working with limited bodies.
Hurt his finger on the slam, though.
Yeah, he definitely. I think it also was earlier. There was that as Capers able to get the and one. Great play from Capers, but going back to States, I believe he actually originally heard it. There was the out of bounds that resulted from an Ryan Anderson strip, and he was holding that same hand earlier. So
no hesitation on the dunk, though.
No hesitation on the dunk. And again, maybe the kind of momentum play that these Island Storm players need here.
But we're talking about a veteran London Lightning team. What do we see? Marcus Capers cutting into the lane. Veteran three-point play.
Again, Marcus Capers,
attempt.
both with the London Lightning and Mississauga Power. Very experienced NBL Canada player, and one of those guys, he doesn't light up the points, doesn't light up the scoreboard, but anyone who watches this team knows just how important he is to them. States almost the flying alley-oop. I don't know how you even see that pass coming. Chris Johnson, great recognition. Unable to convert, though, 99-85. It's one of those things. It's an exciting play if it happens, but instead it's just another turnover as Capers takes the ball down the floor.
But you can't help but say, wow.
Anderson can't get that to go. Williams Jr.
Great hustle.
Absolutely mugged trying to get the ball.
Oh, charge.
And all he gets is a charging call for his efforts. He looks hurt.
Yeah.
Kirk Williams Jr. is banging on the floor. He is in pain.
Not look good.
Mo Bolden's going to get himself into some trouble if he doesn't cool it on the bench there. Kirk Williams Jr. is in a lot of pain down there. Looks like he's able to get up. Not putting weight onto his left leg, though.
You can only hope for the best. You can only hope for the best. He looked in a good amount of pain down there.
He's got to go straight to the locker room there. Our thoughts and prayers are with him right now.
Absolutely.
That was a very nasty-looking fall.
Made an aggressive move.
Made an aggressive move. States really... I know London, there was a little bit of heat between the two teams after that play, but States is just taking a charge call. I don't know if you can claim any intent or anything on that.
And as you previously mentioned, the referees do have the best view on the court, and they didn't seem to see anything of intent or anything of the sort. So you just go hope, though, Kirk Williams does all right with this.
Yeah, and that's going to be a missed on the technical free throw. I believe Mo Bolden there picking up the tech with some of the stuff going on the bench there. Now the Island Storm, they missed the free throw, but they do get the ball back. This is Devon Maxwell. Chris Johnson working around. And that's going to be a charge. Julian Boyd brings the ball right back into London's possession. So now, after that offensive turnover and an unsporting foul, Island Storm unable to convert any of that into points as London gets the ball right back.
Very costly in a game that they still have a chance in. This is not over in any sort of the imagination, any stretch of the imagination. This is still within reason. You get a few stops together, and that's where, if you're Coach Kendrick, you're really looking at, can we put some stops together?
Capers with the slam in the lane.
Capers not having any of that,
Capers is not letting any of that come to fruition. London breaks the 100-point barrier with 3 minutes left in the third quarter.
Unbelievable.
Maxwell, quick shot. No go. And that's going to give the Lightning the ball back. Another lost possession for the Island Storm. Anderson to White. White goes to the rim, able to connect. 103-85, 2:39 left in the game. Chris Johnson now. States with the ball. They're going to call a foul on the floor on Marcus Capers there. Coach Kendrick urging his team on. You can hear him up here.
Yeah, he knows that he's just trying to reemphasize the importance of this game for the Island Storm.
St. John Riptide doing their part, beating the Cape Breton Highlanders. So with that win by St. John, they held the tiebreaker, so it means the Storm will in fact be the 4 seed heading into playoffs. Julian Boyd able to convert.
So now what we were saying about the London Lightning, that's what the Island Storm have to be thinking of. Good habits going into the playoffs. Clean up some stuff.
Chris Johnson, quick 3, able to get that one to go.
Get
Tough
your shooting
shot
stroke
there.
right.
Yeah, apparently. So that St. John Cape Breton game ended 116-101 for the Riptide. So that means that the Riptide will be the 3 seed. So now our playoff picture is finalized, both conferences. It's going to be the London Lightning versus the Niagara River Lions out in the Central. And it's going to be the Windsor Express versus the St. John's Edge. And then out east, we've got the St. John Riptide versus the Moncton Magic. As we're going to see that shot there from Chris Johnson, able to go and one.
Incredibly athletic play to take that alley-oop that was not necessarily on the money and contort himself to get that in the bucket. Really nice play.
Great play by Johnson. And just finishing the previous thought there, Halifax is going to be facing the Island Storm. Those are our playoff matches. That's what's going to be coming up in the first round.
Great to see the Edge in the playoffs. First year in the playoffs. I think it'll be really exciting.
Even just getting to see a guy like Carl English, one of the best Canadian talents we've had in this league, continue to work on his craft. And I mean, for that franchise, anytime you have an expansion franchise that's that successful, almost won the Central Conference. They fought London neck and neck the whole way through. That is going to be a very interesting first-round matchup against the Windsor Express.
That is a battle-tested team in Windsor, as us in London are well aware of.
Yep. Maxwell able to shoot it there.
Really looking forward to that.
Anderson can't get the 3 to go. Bit of a collision midair. Boyd's going to pick up the foul. And, you know, for London, I think a big motivation is I don't know how much they wanted to face Windsor. London's won their season series with every team this year except the Express, who they tied at 4-4.
We'll also see the travel factor in that Windsor Edge series. I think that
whoever comes out of that series is going to have done a lot more travel than whoever comes out of the London Niagara series.
So we'll see what factor that potentially plays. But these guys are professionals. I think when it comes down to just competing and you got the playoffs on the line, it's just about getting it done.
And I mean, you look out east, Halifax, you want to talk about battle-tested teams. A lot of their core guys have won a championship and went to the finals last year as well. A very battle-tested team out east, but the Moncton Magic, with Coach Joe Salerno, a guy like Anthony Anderson, they haven't done it as a team, but that's a very battle-tested team.
Proved it over the year, too.
Yep. Julian Boyd's going to take the 3. Can't get that to go. Quick little tip-in by Capers. That's 6 players in double figures for the London Lightning in this game. We're going to have a foul as Carl Hall's going to go to the line here.
Really aggressive play in the lane. I looked like Boyd might have been under the in the restricted area, hence it being a defensive foul. Again, toughest call in sports for a referee to make, in my opinion.
Easily. The charge/blocking foul call, always a tough one. 37 seconds left in this game. 107-97 for the London Lightning. Royce White cuts to the rim, stripped, but Julian Boyd recovers.
Whoa.
Can't put the slam home, but that's going to be a foul on Chris Johnson. I believe Carl Hall just picked up a tech.
He definitely did.
So a little bit of tearing at the seams here for the Island Storm. They get themselves back within 10, but just like that, London's going to get 3 foul shots and possession of the ball. So this one's for the shooting foul on the floor. Misses the first. Makes the second. And now the next shot should be for the technical. One of the other things is if you have this game here and you pick up your accumulation of technicals here, that's one of the other things you got to keep in mind is how many technicals you may have picked up in the season, because you get that 1-game suspension for game 1 of the playoffs, that's going to throw off your momentum.
You got to keep your composure. And if you think this is intense, you're getting into playoff basketball, keep your composure.
Boyd able to make the free throws there. Get London a 109-97 lead, and London gets to maintain possession. A big momentum swing for the Lightning as they look to hold on to this lead. 20 seconds left, 16 on the shot clock. Royce White milking it for all of its worth. Anderson gets some space, open shot. Can't get that to go. Boyd crashes in for that board. That's going to be a foul on Boyd. Brad States looks like he's going to be okay. That was a heavy collision.
Great thing. You see Royce White going right up to him. It might have been an offensive foul, but you got to love how Royce White goes up to him, encouraging that type of attacking, nose for the ball. Again, we're talking about playoff time. Those are the type of plays you're going to have to make. You can't let a whistle discourage you.
Again, Boyd, a guy who was recovering from another leg injury he's dealt with in his career.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable story that after a serious knee injury 4 times in his career, to be continuing to play and continue to play at such a high level is really impressive. And a guy who clearly shows no fear about making those heavy collisions and making those tough plays. Capers now back the other way. Tough shot. He's hit from behind. That's going to be a foul on Maxwell. Capers looks like he might have got caught in the forehead a bit. He's checking himself.
Just back to Julian Boyd, one of the greatest things, too, is you always hear after those injuries the ability to regain your athleticism. Those were from the spot dunks.
Yep.
His ability to regain that.
Not just to recover, but to have that same kind of strength and athleticism and ability to make those plays.
Truly incredible.
Capers, 0.7 on the clock. He'll make that free throw. 111-98. No time here. States takes it.
Whoa.
A little closer than we thought off the bank, but after 3 quarters, the London Lightning lead the Island Storm 111-98. We'll be back with the 4th quarter here on Knockstrom TV after this break. We're back here for the final quarter of this game between the London Lightning and the Island Storm on Knockstrom TV. My name's Chris Croucher, joined in the booth by Tom Croucher. Yes, we are brothers. London Lightning up 111-98 in a game that, coming in, had a little bit of importance to the Island Storm. Now, we know the result in St. John. That changes the meaning for the Island Storm. Now both teams with their locked-in positions just trying to get things figured out before the playoffs start. It's been an interesting game. Lots of heavy minutes for the London starters. I don't think we expected that coming in, as a lot of guys have had to play a lot of minutes here. Leading scorers coming into this fourth quarter, Royce White, 9 of 12 shooting, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, 22 points. Garrett Williamson, 19 points, 5 rebounds. Marcus Capers, 17 points, 5 rebounds. Ryan Anderson, 17 points, 5 assists. And then Doug Herring Jr. continues to own the Lightning record book in terms of assists in a game, as he has now at 13. And it's not going to be long before all of the top 10 assist games in Lightning history are owned by Doug Herring Jr.
Incredible stat.
Incredible. And then the Island Storm, Devon Maxwell, 23.7 rebounds, 5 assists. Chris Johnson, 22.6 rebounds, 5 assists. Tough shot, not going to go. Osei back the other way. Carl Hall gets the ball, able to convert. A tough play from Carl Hall. Had a very effective game. That makes it 8 of 14 shooting, 6 rebounds for the former Niagara River Lion and the former Wichita State Shocker. This seems like the right month to talk about that.
Absolutely. Really impressed with his energy on both ends. And a piece that the Island Storm, I think, must be happy that they know they can probably lean on going forward into what is going to be a very, very physical, tough series against Halifax.
I think it's important to have him, too, because he's the only other guy. It means Devon Maxwell's freed up to kind of roam on offense a bit more. Kyle Johnson can't get the shot to go. Having a guy like Hall there who can be that big body down low frees up Maxwell to kind of roam a bit on offense, use the ability to stretch the floor that he has.
And not exactly the biggest team in the Island Storm.
No, after Maxwell and Hall, there really isn't that much size on the Storm here. Anderson won't get that shot to go. States tries to collect, not going to go. And the London Lightning will get the ball back.
The London Lightning, the veteran plays, we've seen a handful of times where they're just catching the Island Storm off inbounds plays, off after baskets.
We're going to have a quick timeout here. We'll talk through this one as we did just get back. You're looking at a 111-101 score here for the London Lightning over the Island Storm. One of the interesting things in this game, we talked about the turnover battle. London has been the sloppier team in the second half. 14 turnovers for the Island Storm, 13 for the London Lightning. But there really is a difference between turnovers and just plain lost possessions. And I think London has been doing a good job forcing some lost possessions on the Storm.
I'd also throw in, Chris, assists. Major factor for the London Lightning right now. Also fast break points. We've talked transition, assists, depth.
39-24 in the assist department. Doug Herring Jr. leading the way with 13 of his own. And I agree with you, Tom. Anytime you get the ball moving against a team like the Island Storm, they are lacking a little bit of depth. So London making those defenders run, making them work for the entire nearly 35 to 40 minutes that they're going to have to play.
And that's where you see the great disparity in bench points. Lightning, so many versatile players they can throw at you. It'll be interesting to see how a team like Niagara is able to counter, or anybody, honestly, in this league will be able to counter. It was a key reason why they won last year. Have been such a successful team these past few years. Be interesting to see what the rest of the league has in store for countering that.
Of course, the Niagara River Lions do have an interesting big of their own in Sam Muldrow.
Absolutely.
Kind of similar to Devon Maxwell. They're both shot blockers. They're both long, athletic, and they both can stretch the floor a bit. As London Lightning are going to get the ball here, 111-109. You know what? Devon Maxwell as your end-of-game matchup is probably the best Muldrow training you could ask for.
Absolutely.
Herring Jr. here, facing down Osei. Ryan Anderson ditches Maxwell, takes a tough shot, can't get that to go. Kyle Johnson, Johnny on the spot again. able to convert. Quickly back the other way, Island Storm. This is Chris Johnson. Tough shot. That's going to find nothing. And the London Lightning are going to get the ball back.
I think he got himself caught in midair. Wasn't sure what he was going to do with it.
Oh, and that ball goes right into the seats right there as the London Lightning turn it right back over. You know,
Again,
I think that Chris Johnson shot, not only did he get up in the air, but I also thought he was trying to draw a foul, and the London defenders just let him have the shot. I don't think he was expecting that. It's been tightly contested almost every shot the Storm have taken. Maxwell, down low to Hall. Spins off White. Great move. Able to finish.
Move.
Great post play from Carl Hall.
And they said the low post is dead.
19 points for Hall, 6 rebounds. Herring Jr. looking to add to that assist total. Again, he owns just about every assist record in Lightning history. Now it's just a matter of how many times his name's printed on that most in a game list. Ryan Anderson backing down Devon Maxwell. Spins. Maxwell swats back. Amazing defense from Maxwell. Almost turns it over, but Hall gets the ball.
Hall on the break.
Carl Hall runs the fast break. Not going to go, but he gets the rebounds. Out hustles down low and gets some points too. And don't look now. The Island Storm have clawed this back into an 8-point difference now. Anderson loses the ball to Maxwell again. This time it's going to get tipped out. Refs deciding they're going to give one ref pointed to the Storm, one ref pointed to the Lightning. They're going to have a conversation, I would think.
Lightning very lucky that wasn't a turnover. That could have easily gone back into their own basket.
Lightning going to keep the ball there. Refs talked about it a bit. They didn't need to come together.
Royce looks like he might have got a cut.
Yeah, I'm going to say Royce got cut there, so he's going to have to take a seat to get that dealt with until he stops dripping at least, and then Garrett Williamson into the game for Royce White. 113-105. Lots of time here. 9:38, and the Island Storm are back into this game.
You wouldn't think by the score.
No.
But plenty of time left, folks.
Herring Jr. sweeps through. Can't get the shot, but he will go to the line. You know, Doug Herring Jr., everyone talks about the passing. He can shoot threes. But I think the most underrated aspect of his game is how he can back up a point guard or he can face. But the way he works with a tight defense in the mid-range off to the side of the basket there is a real asset for him.
His ability to control the pace of the game. Knows the timing. Knows when he needs to be a distributor. Knows when he needs to be a little more assertive and looking for his own shot. Again, I got to throw in a 90s reference, the Tim Duncan sweep through for the call.
But the way Pop taught.
Again, though, the way his, he was able to sense that this is a time maybe I need to slow it down, look for my own shot in the low post, and his ability to draw a foul or his ability to shoot the ball, just rise up.
Again, a real definition of the floor general type. This is going to be Win here. Dishes it off to Hall. Can't get that to go. Cal Johnson, no good. Mo Bolden recovers nicely. 2 more points for the Lightning. 12-point game now as the Lightning again start to stop a run by the Island Storm. Win. Nice pass to States for the... Oh, he's rejected by the rim. There's going to be a foul called here.
Gotta love the energy from Coach Kendrick. Keeping his team. They are in this game.
He's been
making sure they know they're in this game.
We've heard him from up here multiple times, and it's never really a negative. He's just really pushing his team to keep fighting. And it has been a battle. Again, London, one of the top teams in NBL Canada, second best record in the league. And the way that this Island Storm team has played has been very impressive. Again, considering the road trip they got to make out here, too.
And, you talk road trip, you talk just number of players, the rotation size.
Yes.
Oh,
great play
there you go.
From Doug Herring Jr.
Again, he must be hearing you, the floor general, realizing I need to kind of step up and get a bucket here.
Probably should have added way earlier. Frank Session not going to be playing for the Island Storm today. Devon Maxwell unable to get that to go. Lobs it to Maxwell. Tries to force the layup. They're going to call a foul on Anderson there. That's going to be his 3rd foul.
Heads up play by Johnson to see Maxwell kind of got lost by the defender when he missed the shot. And also great on Maxwell for getting himself back into the play and getting himself to the line.
And there's clearly a trust level between Coach Kendrick and Maxwell. Maxwell's been sitting at 4 fouls for most of this second half. And Coach Kendrick's left him in. He's rewarded him with some good play, 23 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists for a guy who really kind of plays all over the lineup for the Storm. Kyle Johnson back the other way now. Loses his dribble. Doug Herring Jr. now. Tightly defended by Wynn. Loses control and the ball. And that's going to be Island Storm ball now. 10-point game with a chance to bring it down to a single-digit lead.
With, let's say this as well, 8 minutes to go.
Lots of time here. The pace of the Lightning is considerably slowed, and the Island Storm taking advantage and bringing themselves back into this game. Tough play by Hall, but he's able to bounce it back to himself and turn that into points. Carl Hall, an excellent effort.
Man's play in the post.
You know, the point difference in this quarter, or this half, pardon me, the Island Storm have outscored London in the second half. Wynn's going to commit the foul on Bolden there. It was a 37-35 third quarter with the Island Storm being on the better end. Now they're outscoring London 10-8 here, and they've got this lead down to double digits, only 8-point difference with 7:52 to go. Again, it's going to be a tough hurdle.
Yeah, transition is complete. The transition offense for the Lightning is absolutely ground to a halt, and the Storm taking advantage.
You know, they also had a couple of plays where I think they got caught napping. They've stopped doing that. Brad States gets the rebound. There were a couple plays there where London caught the Island Storm napping. They just seem a lot more alert in the second half here. Johnson.
Tough shot.
Very difficult shot, but he's going to get himself to the line. Chris
Aggressive,
Johnson.
though. Aggressive, and you can see Coach Kendrick clapping for that play.
Johnson, another former Niagara River Lion. We're going to have a timeout by the London Lightning. 7:31 left here in the fourth quarter. The score is 119-111 for the London Lightning. We'll be right back after this timeout. And we're back here for the final part of this game. 119-111 in the fourth quarter, 7:31 to go. London Lightning had a dominating first half, but the Island Storm have always just been hanging around, and now they find themselves in place, down only by 8, to get themselves back into this game. Again, both teams, the playoff positions have been finalized, but I mean, it's always a good thing to go into a fourth quarter and get your team ready for the playoffs with a nice tight fourth quarter.
I think it's going to be very interesting film studies, and for both of these coaches in their next session. Coach Vassal, some things that they're going to want to work on, maintaining their intensity. The Island Storm have been the aggressors in the back half of this second half.
And just like that, Island Storm 113 points, 6-point game. Herring Jr. over to Mo Bolden. Kyle Johnson now. Works it over to Capers. He looks around. Williamson pumps, fires, can't get it to go. Carl Hall recovers. Maxwell back the other way, staring down Capers, backs him up, takes the shot off the glass, but no good. London Lightning back the other way. Sorry, cameraman Matt, we're going back and forth a lot here. It's been that kind of game. Kyle Johnson makes the three.
Buries it.
Very important three-pointer for the London Lightning. And Storm on a bit of a run. Still a 9-point game, but a little bit of a momentum killer.
And what a surprise, London attacking and getting their bucket in transition.
London, always known as a great transition team. States, tough shot. Oh my,
shot.
Brad States.
Really impressed with his game so far.
Coach Kendrick asking for the call. Williamson loses the ball. Maxwell able to strip it. Maxwell just got poked in the eye. He's in quite a bit of pain there. Ref's blowing it down. Make sure he's okay.
Ooh, that looked like he looks okay. That looked like it could have been a lot worse.
So the Island Storm, that's Devon Maxwell, their leading scorer in this game. But we're back. Wynn taking the ball up the court for the Storm. Storm working around the perimeter. Maxwell, top of the key. Good. Devon Maxwell. The vision seemed all right there. 27 points for Maxwell. Herring Jr., 13 assists in this game. Dishes it to Bolden. Pumps. Ditches Carl Hall. Lobs it. Marcus Capers with the finish.
Mo Bolden with the impressive ability to not kind of get the blinders on when driving to the rim.
Slam, Carl Hall. Excellent finish from the Storm center.
Took advantage of Bolden being aggressive on defense.
Herring Jr. slowing the pace down. 124-119. 5 points, the closest they've been in a while. Johnson can't make the shot. Bolden recovers. Herring Jr. taking his time, resetting the offense. Cross court. Capers to Williamson. Slam! Oh, no! Marcus Capers! No!
Oh!
The ball just refusing to go in. And Williamson's going to pick up not a foul, but hanging on the rim too long.
Hands on the head for Garrett Williamson.
Again, very close play, but the rim had a lid on it, and the London Lightning unable to turn that into points. This is an excellent opportunity for the Storm to turn this into a one-possession game. Any bucket, and this is a one-possession game for the Island Storm, who have fought back bravely with a short bench. Chris Johnson working on Marcus Capers.
What a momentum boost this would be if the Storm can get this to go into the playoffs with.
If they can get some momentum off this possession, Hall tried to find Maxwell, couldn't. Johnson sweeps through. They're going to say all ball. London recovers the ball. Williamson back the other way. Cal Johnson, foul going to the rim. Oh, he goes heavily into the stanchion there.
Just a tough play. I don't know.
No intent there on Wynn's part.
Nope.
We mentioned it earlier, basketball is a contact sport. You can't be hitting the guy, but it does happen sometimes unintentionally, and that's what happened there. It's Cal Johnson gets a chance to go to the line.
You love the hustle back.
Love the hustle, but the Island Storm just squandered an opportunity.
Absolutely.
Unable to make the first. Maybe they've got a little bit more life in them for the Island Storm.
And again, Chris.
Lots of time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Front of the rim, no good. Same situation as before. Island Storm, chance to make it a one-possession game. Maxwell kicks it out. Johnson, the three, no good. And that's going to be Herring Jr. on the recovery. Double-teamed, fights through it beautifully. Herring Jr. down the court. Kicks it out. Cal Johnson, corner three, no good. Carl Hall, tough rebound.
Big rebound.
And that's just going to be a straight out of bounds. Carl Hall pulling a Devon Maxwell and just throwing it off of a Lightning player.
Smart play, though. Smart play. He was getting trapped. He had nowhere to go.
States and Johnson going to the bench. We're going to have a timeout here from the Island Storm, but we're going to talk through the London Lightning, 124-119.
You can just see on the Island Storm the energy here that they're putting into this. But Johnson just dying as we go into the timeout. Very, very well needed. But they've gotten themselves back into this game. This is absolutely winnable.
The fact that the Island Storm, if you had told me coming into the half the Island Storm would find themselves only down 5, it's been a valiant effort from the Storm. But I do worry if the lack of depth, because they haven't been playing a lot of bodies, is starting to catch up to them.
Yeah.
Only 8 players have touched the floor for the Island Storm. And guys like Lufiel and Wynn haven't played that many minutes. One guy who has been having a bit of a break, though, Kemi Osei, one of the top performers for the Storm in this game in the first half, has had a bit of rest. 11 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists. However, he is sitting at 5 fouls. but he might be the guy they look to on offense because he'll probably be the freshest one on the floor out of this timeout.
I'm very interested to see what lineups come out for both teams out of this. I would imagine it's going to be very similar for the Iron Storm. That's been how they've been playing. Let's see what Coach Vassell comes out with out of this timeout.
It's been a very disciplined and I would say well-refereed game as a whole here. 5 fouls on Osei, 4 fouls on Maxwell, but considering the kind of minutes they had, that's understandable. 3 on Chris Johnson. Looking at the London Lightning, no one over 3 fouls. Ryan Anderson and Royce White both at 3. Leading scorers in this game right now, Devon Maxwell, 27 and 8, and along with 6 assists. And then Carl Hall, a monster second half, finds himself at 27 points, 13 rebounds. Here we go. Carl Hall. Chris Johnson harassed by Anderson, loses it. Garrett Williamson back the other way. Another opportunity squandered. Doug Herring Jr. loses the ball. Speaking of opportunity squandered. Here's the Storm. Carl Hall's got some space. Goes right at Julian Boyd, blocking foul.
And 1.
So that's going to be an and 1 opportunity for Carl Hall. If he makes this shot, the Storm are only down 2, which would have seemed unthinkable heading into the half.
Incredible effort. And you know what? The Lightning got to taste their own medicine. They got caught. Hall made an amazing play in transition there, just going right to the rim. Boyd did his best, just wasn't able to get there in time in the referee's view. And here we go.
Boyd's going to take a seat. Anderson back onto the floor for the Lightning. And you know, this has not been a Lightning team resting their starters. All of the big guns have been out for the Lightning. Herring Jr.
Very significant point.
Ryan Anderson cuts to the rim, tries to pass, doesn't work. This is an opportunity for the Storm to tie it. Chris Johnson to the rim.
Unbelievable.
Can't get it. Devon Maxwell goes for the rebound. We're going to have a jump ball possession arrow in the Island Storm's favor, so the Storm maintain possession.
I would have lost my mind if Chris Johnson had made that incredible layup attempt.
That would have been an impressive layup there.
But the hustle, too, to get the ball, keep possession based on the possession arrow. Gotta love that.
Johnson slips trying to get the pass, almost an over and back, but they recover nicely. Maxwell, lots of space against Capers. Spins, shoots, can't get it to go. Carl Hall almost gets it back, but instead the Storm unable to take advantage.
Look at Coach Kendrick.
Kendrick can sense that his team might pull this off. 124-122, London Lightning leading the Island Storm. 3:36 left. Capers over to Anderson. Anderson takes the shot. It's a 2. Won't go. Tip in by Capers won't go either. The Storm back the other way. Win. Bounce pass. Johnson, another tough layup. Can't get that to go. Carl Hall, big man rebound. Can't get it to go, but he will go to the line on the shooting foul. Carl Hall with a chance to tie the game for the Island Storm at the line. Also of importance, next foul puts London over the limit, so every foul a shot from here on out.
Big factor given the fact you're currently in the lead. You don't want the other team stopping the clock, but all it takes is another free throw, and Chris.
If Carl Hall can do this.
I can't say enough good things about Carl Hall. Incredible game. Energy on both ends. Given the limited rotation that the Island Storm have been playing with, absolutely amazing effort.
The Storm finding themselves down 15 at the half. Now have tied the game. London Lightning, Marcus Capers to the rim. Can't get it to go. And believe it or not, the Island Storm could take the lead on this possession. Chris Johnson back to Maxwell. Stares down Anderson. Down low, Brad States. Fouled.
Is going to
like
the line.
Just like that, Brad States to the line to take the lead for the Island Storm.
Gotta love the seal off by States down low. That was about this. The foul happened because of the seal off. Obviously he hits the arm, but it was getting the best position down low. Great recognition by Maxwell to see that he had the advantage, and here we go.
Just like that. After being down for almost the entirety of this game, the Island Storm take the lead with 2:55 left in this game. Brad States to make it a 2-point lead. Connects. Here we go. London Lightning looking for an answer. Final game of the season, and we've got a doozy. Herring Jr. up the floor. Works around a white screen, works it to Williamson. He's going to get fouled by States there.
They're going to say States didn't have his arms completely vertical.
Coach Kendrick, again, animated. I got to say, as a opposing fan, as someone who works with the London Lightning, I see a lot of visiting coaches. Coach Kendrick, maybe one of my favorite courtside demeanors of a visiting
Absolutely
team.
Incredible energy. Got to love it.
Royce White backing down Carl Hall. Anderson open for three. It's good. Ryan Anderson.
Shot. Ryan Anderson with the catch and shoot three was exactly what the London Lightning needed.
Gives the Storm the lead, but not for long. London back on top. Royce White. They're going to say White made contact with the ball. Island Storm maintain possession here. 2:26 left to go in the fourth. We are gearing up for a frantic finish here.
Who said this game didn't mean anything for
Oh
the standings?
my,
this
again,
is incredible.
I'd like to remind you, this game has zero impact on the stands, but these teams are playing like a chips on the line.
What a treat.
Inbounds to States. Carl Hall. Looking for Maxwell, can't find him. Wynn cuts around Herring Jr. Dishes to Johnson. Johnson, tough shot, can't get it to go. Air ball. Royce White back the other way. London's got numbers. Mo Bolden to the rim, not gonna go. That's gonna be a foul on Wynn, and that'll send Mo Bolden to the line. It's also the 6th team foul on the Island Storm, so every foul is gonna be a shot from here on out.
The aggressiveness by Bolden, and what a surprise, the way the London Lightning have sort of kept this back in control. Transition, and Ryan Anderson from three with the catch and shoot. Not very surprising.
Fourth quarter very much like the first.
Gotta make your free throws,
Gotta make your free throws, kids, as Bolden looking to make it a 2-point lead. 2:10 left in the fourth. No good. Storm with a chance to regain the lead. Devon Maxwell down the floor. Tries to go past Herring, loses the dribble. Chris Johnson, Brad States. Maxwell, tough shot, not gonna get that to go. Island Storm, hustle, effort. Rebound, Chris Johnson, three, it's good!
Wow! Back on the other end immediately though, the Lightning.
Williamson, quickly back, kicks it outside. Anderson, deep three, it's good too! Are you kidding me?
Wow! Don't worry, folks. We will check that cameraman Maggie gets whiplash treatment after the game. This has been incredible.
130 to 128. Wow.
Welcome back, Ryan Anderson.
Osei back on the floor. Over to Chris Johnson.
Oh!
You don't see that. This game's on everything now. As that went off of either Hall or White. 2 points, tie game off of the blooper to end all bloopers. Herring Jr. looking for the screen. One-on-one with Hall. Dishes to White. Great pass, great bucket and one. Royce White.
Too strong.
Make sure those shoes are tight. You got free throws.
Too strong. States was trying to make the right play, send him to the line. Unfortunately, he sent him to the line for one, not two. Too strong down low.
Chance for London to make this a 3-point game. 132-130, minute 13 left. White can't make the free throw. Brad States boxes out nicely to get the rebound. Osei working on Bolden. Again, Osei sitting on 5 fouls. He's been well rested. States into Maxwell.
This is your guy.
One-on-one. The best player on the Storm takes the shot and good!
Wow.
Ice water in his veins. Devon Maxwell. Tie game. 50 seconds left. Herring Jr. Over to Anderson. Fakes. Thinks three, cuts to the rim, dishes to Williamson, fouled. Easy call there. Maxwell just not letting him have the easy bucket. A costly one, though, as Maxwell now at 5 fouls. 2 players at 5 fouls on the Island Storm, and it's 2 of their starters, Osei and Maxwell.
Now, London missed a few free throws here. Missed a few free throws. You're going to have to
London only
Gotta get on it.
65%
Yep.
free throw shooting, 15 of 29. Williamson gets the first.
I just imagine some wind sprints after a free throw practice if this had continued.
Gets the second. 134-132, 2-point game. The Island Storm have fought back. They've
Full
made
court.
some tough shots.
Full court.
Full court press from the Lightning. Chris Johnson, one-on-one with Williamson. Help from Anderson. Maxwell works around. Osei, no good. Anderson recovers. Quick foul there from Carl Hollow. Good recognition. 24 seconds left in the game.
Great recognition. It saved so much time just having the presence of mind.
Saved a full shot clock.
Absolutely.
134-132. Ryan Anderson to the line.
Maybe not the guy you want to send to the line, but you're saving time.
Honestly, with the amount of time you
Exactly.
send, take anyone.
Yeah, exactly. Beggars can't be choosers
Exactly.
at this point.
Converts the first.
Ice water.
And the second. 88% free throw shooter, and he holds true. Ryan Anderson, clutch buckets. 4-point game. We have a timeout. If you're Coach Kendrick, Tom, what are you saying in this huddle? What are you drawing up? What are you thinking?
First things first, you don't need a three. You've got enough time here. If we were talking closer to 6 seconds, I'd be rushing a 4-3. You're looking just under 24. If it's open, by all means, if it's open, go for it, but get a bucket.
2 twos, you're going to need 2 buckets anyway.
You
So
need
2
a
twos
bucket.
or 2 threes, it doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah, it's all about now after, say you do score. So first of all, you're not just talking about what you're trying to do on offense. You need to also communicate to your team what you need to do after a bucket or after the offensive possession. Foul quickly. Either way, but you want to also play it so that it's steal first, then go for the foul. Don't immediately foul, because if you can get a turnover, that's even better. But on offense, you don't need a three unless it's wide open. Go to the rim. London will be trying their hardest not to foul because they don't want to stop the clock. So be aggressive. Go to the rim. For all you know, that drive does open up a three, but you don't need the three at this point. What a game. What a game for an end of the year. Again, don't tell these teams that the seeding is already set. Do not tell these teams. They don't want to hear any of that.
An Easter afternoon game, and fans in London getting an absolute show here. Again, this game was postponed earlier in the year, but absolutely worth the wait. Island Storm into Osei. Takes a tough shot. Can't get to go. Lightning ball. You have to foul him.
Foul.
Chris Johnson gets the foul. So now Garrett Williamson to the line. One of the better free throw shooters on the London Lightning at 80%, but he's also missed a couple today. Just one, actually. Makes the first. Makes them both. Garrett Williamson, some clutch free throws. 16 on the clock. Here we go. Island Storm, Chris Johnson.
Quick two.
To the rim. Quick two. Osei gets it.
Got it.
6-point game.
Go for the steal.
Pardon me,
Go for the
4-point
steal.
game. 9 seconds left. Look for the steal. Lots of pressure.
Oh!
Great pass.
What
Oh
a
my
pass!
goodness. Are you kidding me? Ryan Anderson
What
basically
a-
wins the game with a pass. That was incredible. Chris Johnson gets another
What
quick
an
two, but
arm.
2 seconds left. That's probably going to do it. Ryan Anderson, just an amazing pass there, and that'll end this game. A couple of huge plays from
Is he
Ryan
a shooting
Anderson.
guard or a quarterback?
Sure looked like a quarterback with that one, as Ryan Anderson and the London Lightning are going to go home the victors here tonight. 140 to 136 for the London Lightning. over the Island Storm
Playoff
as
time.
we head into playoffs.
Playoff time.
So with the result of this game, we knew going into it, but the London Lightning, #1 team in the Central, they will be facing the Niagara River Lions in the first round. And then the Island Storm, due to the St. John Riptide win earlier today, as well as this loss, will be facing the Halifax Hurricanes. What did you think of that game, Tom?
Unbelievable finish. I think it will be great for both teams as you go into the playoff, you do your preparation. The coaches, in a weird sort of way, are going to love this because now you can really drill into your team on some of the fundamental things you're going to need going into the playoffs. Island Storm, transition defense. I can imagine a practice or two focus on that. London, it's about maintaining your focus throughout the game because the Island Storm put up a heck of an effort to get back into this. And you definitely don't want to lose a playoff game based on that.
So with that, we head into the playoffs.
Let's
London
go.
Lightning 140, Island Storm 136. My name's Chris Croucher. I've been joined in the booth by Tom Croucher, and we'll see you guys on Knoxstrom TV for the NBL Canada playoffs.